Okay. All right, guys, just to let you know, recording has started. So this session is now recorded. So guys, as per the, topic of discussion, we would be discussing about the user stories. Okay. All right, guys. So let me just a moment. Let me go ahead and, share my screen and give you the insight about the user stories. But before we get into that, and give you the insight about the user stories, I would really appreciate if you can give me your insight in terms of user story documentation. What is your understanding in terms of user stories, in terms of documentation? What is this actually a document? Yes, guys, what is your understanding? Yes, guys, user story, what is your insight? Anybody? Guys, you can hear me loud and clear, right?
Yes, Rohit.
Yes, no, maybe. Yes, guys. So what is your understanding and insight about the user stories? Anji, Mamta, Pooja, Prajna, Anuj, Akshay, Akash, Harshila, Piyush, Rachna, Richa. Yes, guys. What is your understanding?
The user story is a one-line description of feature or any module. Like it explains the like what is the requirement of the client to the development team, and it like includes the description that.
Okay. All right. Anybody else who would like to give us their insight?
As per my knowledge, so it, it directly informs what need to be tested and why. It's the layman language, yes.
Sorry, once again.
Uh, it's directly inform what need to be tested and why the story.
Mm, okay, to some extent. Anji,
Basically, user
Vijita.
story, how user will use the function, how user will
Okay.
use the functions or features of the product, and like basically it focused on what user will use, what is the user needs, or how to build it. User story, basically how to build the user story.
Okay. All right, guys. All right. Absolutely. I mean, whatever that you have mentioned, that is from very high level, I would say, not accurate level, but very vague level. Yes, you are right. Thing is that whether it is an activity, whether it is a document, you should know answer to these questions. What is that activity? Who performs that activity or who creates that document? For whom the document is created? When the document is created, what is that document and how the document was created or is created. Okay. So of course, it is the business analyst who creates the document, and for whom it is created for developers, testers, designers, so they can understand that how a live user will use the feature and its functionality in the live environment in order to get the rightful user interface and user experience. Okay, that means if I am to create a user story for a WhatsApp feature, chat feature, so I will create a user story in such a way that if a live user ठीक है, in the live environment as a customer or as a live user or end user, how I am going to see the user interface and experience the user experience in the live environment, how the live user will use the feature and its functionality. So in this way, I will create the user story so that my developers, designers, testers, release team, they would be able to understand that you need to do the design, develop and test and deploy in such a way that live user will use it in the rightful and successful acceptance criteria wise. Okay. When do we create the user story? We create the user story when we are doing sprint planning and when we actually need to start the sprint. Okay, we create the initial user stories, then we do the requirement gathering, then we revise the user stories, and then we start the sprint. So all this activity comes under sprint planning. Now, what is a user story? A user story is a unit feature after doing the work breakdown structure from main feature to subdivided sub feature, so that we can work breakdown structure to the most unit level with maximum level of explanation for the live user, how the live user will use the feature in the live environment with rightful user interface and user experience. That is a user story. Okay. And now we come up with how do we create the user story. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, guys, I hope my screen is visible.
Yes,
You all
bro.
can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so over here, as you can see, I have created a document, user story. It keeps on, I adding it. I keep on adding it over here. So user story is the smallest unit of work in Agile framework. It's an end goal, not a feature, expressed from the software user's perspective. Okay, wherein we need to make sure that as a user, if I am to use it in the live environment, how I am going to use it. Okay. If I am to write the most common descriptive, okay, important contents and part of user story. So first is title, name of the feature or sub feature, storyliner, which is as a user, I want to, so that as a user becomes the user or live user, I want to becomes the action, and so that becomes the reaction. I want to becomes the user interface, and so that becomes the user experience. Okay. As a user, I want to, so that. So as a user, I want to becomes given when, and so that becomes then. Okay, you will get the idea of it. Then comes the explanation or description, which describe the complete feature and its functionality. Then comes the steps of the feature to be performed to get the successful behavior. Okay, different use cases are there. CRUD operations, which is create, read, update, delete. Okay, that you can perform uh, in that user story or in that feature. Then comes wireframe, which is diagrams, screenshots, flow diagrams, activity flow, and screenshots. Okay. Then of course comes the system audit log, which is the time, type of user, activity or feature name, and IP address or iOS or Android ID of the system. Then comes database, which is var, char, integer value. Then comes the acceptance criteria. Okay, which is the successful behavior, which is the UI, UX, user interface, and user experience. Okay, so these are the most common components of a user story. Okay, let me take it here. Let me copy it. and let me paste it here for now. Okay, let's go here. Just a moment. Okay, let's go here. Let's go to Amazon. Okay, guys, we all know what is Amazon. Since we all know what is Amazon, so we all are aware what is add to cart or what is wish list. Okay. Any question, any doubt, any ambiguity, any issues as of now, guys? Okay, good to go. Okay, all right. So, guys, like I said, if Amazon is a complete product, okay, so there will be different user stories for different users for different portals for different business process. Okay, so login and registration is one of the feature. Okay, like here, login and registration. Okay, home page or dashboard would be another business process. Then wish list and add to cart is another process. Then payment is another process. Then delivery and logistic is another process. And then of course, order confirmation. So let's consider that you are my manager and you said, Ki Rohit, let's go ahead and write down the user stories, all the user stories for wish list and add to cart. Okay. So I broke it down and then I created the user story as a feature name, which is Amazon add to cart and wish list. Okay. Who all are different users who would be using Amazon? Okay. There would be a registered customer, guest user, client user, admin user, payment partner, logistics, which is delivery as well. Okay. User is equal to business driver is equal to registered customer. Okay. So let's go ahead and write down the user story. User customer user. Okay. So storyliner would be this would be the title. Okay. This would be the title. Okay. Then comes storyliner. As a registered customer, I want to add item or product in the cart feature so that I can shortlist the product and buy it later. As a registered customer, I want to add item or product in the cart feature so that I can view all the selected items in the wish list or cart list. As a registered customer, I want to add item or product in the cart feature so that I can view the product description along with the price in its fluctuation. As a registered customer, I want to add item or items or product in the cart so that I can add multiple items in the cart. Okay. As a registered customer, I want to add item or product in the cart so that I can compare the product with same product listing. Okay. यानी कि what I am doing is sometimes it happens that discounted offers are not applicable. So whatever the price that is available before the discount or after the discount or with no discount or with all the discounts, the price fluctuates. Okay, so you have to consider all the possibilities in order to ensure that you have covered up all the user stories, all the storyliners that could be a part of that feature. Because in add to cart or wish list, you are able to add single item or multiple items. You are able to remove single item or multiple items. You are able to compare. You are able to see the product listing. You are able to see the product description. You are able to see the reliable and comparable data. So that is why whatever the feature and its functionality that you are able to perform in that wish list and add to cart, you have to include all those features and functionality in the user story. ठीक है guys, did you get this point? इतना point समझ में आया आपको? अभी we will do one more case study, then you would understand it properly. हाँ जी सक्षम भाई.
आ गया भाई, आ गया, ठीक है.
ठीक है. Then of course the CRUD operations. Guys, CRUD operations means these are the different use cases that you are able to perform in that feature. Use cases means CRUD operations. CRUD operations means CRUD. C means create, read, update, delete. With create, I can generate or I can add product or products. Yes, I can do that. With read, which is equal to view, yes, I can see added or removed items in the wish list. ठीक है, I can
भाई मेरा एक
update.
क्वेश्चन है,
जी हाँ जी
जो
तरुण.
आपने अभी स्टोरी लाइनर लिखे थे, इसमें सपोज मतलब आई एम नॉट ए मतलब गुड बी ए, सपोज फ्रेशर हूँ मैं, तो कुछ पॉइंट्स मैं मिस कर सकता हूँ इसमें, राइट? सारे पॉइंट्स
देखो,
ना लिख पाऊँ मैं.
that is why I have included the Amazon feature. Oh, sorry, Amazon product. क्योंकि Amazon product, you know it 100% for sure. अब इसमें there are two scenarios. First scenario is that कि whatever the product that you as a business analyst is working on, you would have the complete information. Only then you would be able to write down the user stories. ठीक है. देखो, whatever the document that you need to create, you need only two things. कोई भी document बनाने के लिए you have to understand two things. First is template, second is complete information. ठीक है. You have this template. What is the template? This is the template. जो मैंने अभी आपको बताया, that is the template. So you have the understanding and you have the product information, which is what? Which is Amazon. Amazon wishlist and add to cart. So when you have the information and when you have the template, then you would be able to write down the complete user stories. ठीक है. Coming back to your question, Tarun bhai, thing is that ki, let's say ki you have joined. If it is a scratch product, that is good to go. You will have complete understanding because you will be given all the artifacts and documents and knowledge transfer. If you have joined in between an ongoing project, then also you will be given knowledge transfer, KT, okay, artifacts, access, and documents so that you can study them and you can understand what needs to be done in terms of document template.
ओके.
Okay, Tarun bhai, and all. ठीक है, तरुण.
सपोज मतलब मैंने कोई स्टोरी लाइनर मिस कर दिया, कोई पॉइंट मिस कर दिया, तो उससे तो मेरे प्रोडक्ट में इश्यूज आ जाएंगे, राइट?
That is why I say na कि before the requirement gathering, we are doing user story, which is known as initial user stories. Up now, you will come up with these user stories and you will share it to the product owner that today is 18th, 25th of November, we will have a requirement gathering meeting with the client. Please check and approve these user stories so that we can discuss it. Then your product owner will say, na, Tarun, you forgot this user story, you forgot that user story, include these user stories. And then with all the approved user stories, you will connect with the client and you will inform that Mr. Client and Miss Client, as is, wish list and add to cart works like this with all these possibilities and user stories. Do you want to change, customize, enhance any issue? Then client will say, and then maybe there will be more user stories apart from this. And that would be the user story, which would be a revised and approved and completed user story. Okay, Tarun bhai, did you get this point?
Yes, yes, understood. Thank you.
Okay, let's say you are my manager. Okay, you say कि रोहित chat feature पे सारी user stories बना के दो यार मुझे. We have to do the requirement gathering. So I, according to my understanding, I will write down all the user stories of this feature, this feature, this feature, this feature, this feature, all this feature, which is available in chat with interface and UI UX, with wireframes and steps. Okay, then I will share it to you. I'll say, "Ki, Tarun sir, please have a look on this." You say, yeah, you have forgot the icon of the chat. That is also one user story, how the icon will look like when you have clicked on it and you have unclicked on it. So that is also a user story now, because that is also a feature and functionality, because that is UI UX. So then you will revise it, and then I along with you, we both will connect with the client, and then client will say, I want attachment option to be more optional. I mean, there should be more options like attach to uh, Excel, any file, any PDF file. The limit should be 25 MB. So client has given you a change. Client has given you an enhancement. So you will also include that change or enhancement as a user story, and then it will become more. So that's how initial to revised user story works. ठीक है, Tarun Ron.
Zero is one.
Then comes the explanation. Okay, sorry, CRUD operations. So yes, I can add or create items in wish list and add to cart. Yes. Yes, I can view and see in the cart. Yes. Yes, I can edit. That means add or remove products from the cart. Yes, I can do that. Yes, delete not applicable. Why not applicable? Because in update, I can delete items. So delete item not applicable because update or edit is fulfilling the operation that is there in the delete. So in a way, we are using all the CRUD operations. We can create, read, update, and delete. Then comes explanation. Explanation of the feature and its functionality, which is add to cart is a feature that provides the functionality to the user to consolidate all the items that is available in the product search feature and selected by the user to be moved to the cart feature to probably buy it in coming future. Cart feature has the functionality that we can add more items and remove items from the cart as and when needed or required. Cart feature provides accessibility to the user to make the payment individually or combine payments for all the products available in the cart. I mean, this is the explanation and description of the feature, explanation and description of the feature of cart and wish list that we are going to explain to the client, to the Scrum team, developers, testers, designers, release team. Okay. Then of course comes the steps. Steps of the card feature. Login. Yes, this is the login. Go to home page. This is the home page. Then comes then search the product or product search. Then select the product. Okay, I have selected the product. Then click add to cart. I have clicked on add to cart. Now view cart in order to make sure that the product is there in the cart feature. Yes, it's there in the cart feature. Remove or add product from the cart if not needed. And then of course, wireframes as the steps. Okay. Then of course the acceptance criteria, when the customer selects the product and click on the add to cart, then the product should be added on the cart option. Yes, that is the acceptance criteria, successful behavior. Customer or customers should be able to view all the items in the cart feature. Yes. Customer or customers should be able to buy the product individually or collectively, should be able to add or remove product items from the cart feature, should be able to view the product details and compare it with the same product. Only in stock product will be added to the cart. Yeah, of course. Out of stock order वाला जो हमारा वो है compliance है constraint है. Then comes
So bhai,
database है.
what is the wireframe?
Wireframe. अब जैसे कि see, this is the screenshot that I have attached, which means कि I have the product available and this is the screenshot, which is as is a screenshot that is available at this point of time. ठीक है. अब let's say there is a change. There is a change means wireframe, which means the view or empty is not available here. It should be here, and the other items that a user might buy, it should be here. So this it is changed as per the as is screenshot. So wireframe would be different. So we will create the wireframe with initial designs. I'm sure you must have seen it in in interviews that I say that I designed the initial screenshots. So I will create it here. यहाँ पे करके I'll use some more designs that it should be like this and it should be like this And let's copy. Paste. So remove or add items should be like this. So this becomes the wireframe, initial wireframes. I'm sure it doesn't look like a wireframe, but it'll come with more changes with the revised UI UX team, and then the developers and designers would be able to understand that this is how actually the add or remove items in the cart would look like. Okay, that's a wireframe. Okay, got this point?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Now let's do an assignment. Okay. ये वाली नहीं करते, एक काम करते हैं, ये वाली करते हैं, जोमेटो वाली. ठीक है. तरुण भाई, कैन यू हियर मी?
Yes.
Feature list application. Forget about this. ठीक है. Can you please read it out for us?
The assignment is prepare a solution document as per below instructions. Candidate to analyze the Zomato mobile application either on Android or iOS. Based on the analysis, candidate to prepare a solution document which would list all the features of the application. The solution document should be in the below format. First is table of contents, the objective of the application, target audiences, and application scope.
ठीक है. Let's consider that we have to write down all the user stories for Zomato mobile application. ठीक है, सिर्फ mobile applications पे work on करते हैं. So this is what we call as WBS, which is equal to work breakdown structure. Work breakdown structure is equal to dividing the main product into multiple modules, then further break it down to multiple features, and then sub features, then sub features till the unit level for better user story documentation. ठीक है. That means I'm sure that Zomato may main features and main business process we have discussed, and also main business drivers. So can you guys tell me who all are the business drivers in Zomato, which is equal to end user, which is equal to live user? Yes, guys. Yes, guys, I'm waiting. Anyone? Live user, end user, the people who would be using Zomato?
Sir, anyone who is buying the product through Zomato app is the end user.
I'm sorry, Shibai, once again.
Anyone who is using the app and buying the products or adding the product
So
to
that
Zomato
means
is the end user.
you are saying registered and guest customer, right?
Exact.
Right, Shibai?
Yes.
ठीक है.
Food vendors,
Food- I'm sorry.
food vendors,
ठीक है. So we can name it as hotel and restaurant, food vendors or retailers. ठीक है. Who would be the third one?
Admin.
Admin
I'm
employer.
sorry.
Admin.
ठीक है, admin is there. Who would be the fourth one?
Payment team.
Payment partners. Who would be the fifth one?
Delivery.
Delivery partners.
Logistics and delivery partners. Where would be the Who would be the sixth one? Guys, sixth one would be, of course, Zomato people or
Backend team.
employee. ठीक है, everyone, backend team, development team, customer service. I mean, whosoever is there from Zomato, it comes under this umbrella. ठीक है. So these are all the numbers of business drivers who would be there. ठीक है. एक और हो सकता है एडवर्टाइजिंग एजेंसीज, इसके ऊपर हम ऑप्शनल रख सकते हैं. ठीक है. Then comes what would be the business process. ठीक है. एक नॉर्मल बिजनेस प्रोसेस क्या होगा? एक नॉर्मल बिजनेस प्रोसेस होगा login and registration. ठीक है. Then comes page and dashboards. Third would be search. Fourth would be product listings and description. Fifth would be add to cart and wish list. Sixth would be payment. Seventh would be delivery. Auto confirmation. Delivery complete. ठीक है. Delivery complete and confirmation. So guys, now we have to do the work breakdown structure for all these business process, maybe less, maybe more, not less, maybe more, with all the business drivers, with all the business portals, equivalent to business portals. ठीक है. Sorry, not here. Business portals यहाँ कर देते हैं हम. That means इसी के अकॉर्डिंगली ऐसे हमारे पोर्टल भी होंगे. That means guest user will use the guest user portal, registered user will use the registered portal, hotel user will use the hotel or restaurant portal, admin user will use the admin portal, payment partner will use the payment portal, and so on and so on and so on. ठीक है, guys. As of now, any question, any doubt, any ambiguity, any issues?
No.
ठीक है. Guys, this is what we do when we are to create n number or all numbers of user stories in order to make it a complete, product backlog or sprint backlog in order to start the sprint epic basis. This is how we do the work breakdown structure. Abhi, I will let you know how many user stories we will be creating. Okay. Now we have done the work breakdown structure. I mean, high level, which means there are 7 users for 7 portals. Okay. 7 users for 7 portals. And we have at least 8 business process. That means 8 main features. Okay, that means let's say 7 into 8. Okay, into. Let's consider that in login feature we have 4. In home feature we have 4 sub features. In search we have 4 sub features. In product listing we have sub features. Let's say everyone has 4 sub features. So 7 into 4 into 4. Okay, into. Let's consider every sub feature will have at least 2 sub to sub features. So there will be 2. 7 into 4 into 7 into 8 into 4 into 2. And let's consider every 2 sub to sub feature will have 2 user stories. So into 2. Okay. And every user story will have at least 3, which includes use cases, including miss cases and use cases. So 3 use cases and miss cases. Into, let's consider every sub to sub feature will have at least 2 change requests, which could be enhancement, which could be change, which could be issues. So this would come the uh, overall, I mean, estimated. इसको हम time estimation भी कहते हैं. So let's consider this 7 into 8 into 4 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 2 is equal to. So you can understand the number of user stories from the high level, estimated level. It could go more, it could go less. So these are the numbers of user stories that we would be creating in terms of making the complete product deployed to the client. Okay, 5376. Okay, estimated number of user stories. Okay, let me give you one more, I mean, more view, explanation. So 7 users, 8 main feature or module. Okay, sub feature, sub to sub feature. क्या कहा था मैंने? I forgot. 8. Then comes sub to sub feature. 3 is equal to CRUD operations with use case and miss case. Change request or enhancement. Okay, this is how you would be able to understand it in a better way. There would be 7 users, 8 main features or modules, then 4 sub features, 2 sub to sub features, 2 sub to sub to sub features, 3 CRUD operations with use case and miss case into 2 change request or any enhancement. So this would be the number that would come as a number of estimated user stories. Okay, so now you can imagine. Abhi to humne, we have just considered that there will be 2 changes only. There could be more because client will say, let's say today is what, 18th of November 2025, and when we are delivering it, and let's say 1st of April 2026, client will say, no, no, I need more changes. I'm looking for more enhancement. So this number will definitely increase. That is why we have a time and budget in constraint, okay, which means it is beyond control. So this is how we do the work breakdown structure. Now this 5376 is equal to user stories. Okay. To story point estimation is equal to 2 user stories a day. Okay. Then we define it that priority and task delegation. And then we start the sprint. After doing this, all the story point estimation, okay, creating all these, I mean, initial user stories or as per the sprint wise user stories, then we start the sprint. Okay. Now let's consider that, let's go here. Okay. Let's consider we are using search button. Okay. Title of the user story, search is equal to business driver is equal to, let's consider maybe मैं guest हूं ना तो guest user. From the guest user perspective. ठीक है, now I have to write down the storyline now. ठीक है guys, अभी तक as of now, any question, any doubt, any ambiguity, any issues? Yes guys, any question as of now?
No, sir.
No, bhai.
No, Rohit.
Okay, guys, user stories are important documents. You have to ensure that you understand how we need to write it down. Okay, you will definitely be asked this question that how do you write down the user story? What are the common points? And login, registration, wish list, add to cart, payment. From e-commerce perspective, these are the most common questions that the interviewer will ask. Or else you should be saying it that recently I'm working in e-commerce project and these are the recent user stories that I've created. Let's say for the search button. So as a user, let's say as a guest customer, I want to click on the search button so that I can type my preferences in order to search the product or the product listings and then product description. Okay, that means if I click over here, this is the search button. Okay, if I click sports, so what is this? This is sports. I'm sorry, this is product listing. If I click shoes, so this is product listing. I click on sports shoes, okay, or I click over here. So this is product listing. I get all the lists of all the products that is related to this list. Okay. And then product description, I click here, I get the product description. So that is the difference between product listing and product description. So now I am able to search, and this is the acceptance criteria that I am able to view whatever the details that is available in this product description. Okay, so this is the user story that I have created. Okay, now let's say as a guest customer, I want to see the list of all the items related to my search category so that I can view the product for the product listing and product description. So these are, a couple of the user stories that a couple of the storyliners that I have created. ठीक है, इसको थोड़ा बोल्ड कर देते हैं. ठीक है, then comes the explanation. So explanation में search button enables the functionality for the guest user to type and get the preferred results as per the typed syntax, and then the user will be able to view all the relevant searched product listing and able to view the product description with correct information. Okay, that means if I'm clicking on something, it should show me the discount that is showing in product description. That discount should be applicable when I put it on the add to cart. Okay, and that discount is applicable when I buy this product, add to cart or buy now. So that discount is applicable. Reliable data. If I am selecting 6 UK, 7 UK, 9 UK, 10 UK, so it should be exactly as per my preference. If I'm clicking on some colors, so it should be as per my colors. Okay, that means the information should be correct. Okay, then comes CRUD operations. Guys, can you tell me which CRUD operation is applicable in search button here? Yes, guys. Can I create, can I read, can I update, and can I delete? Yes, guys.
Delete and update. Delete and update.
Can I not type in?
Yes, we can create and update and delete all three.
Can I not view it? I mean, whatever that I'm typing, okay, I'm able to view it now. I typed laptop and I can see all the options. So these are all applicable. Okay, user can type and add the words user can view the results correctly and completely. User can change and edit. User can delete the typed word in the search and can retype it. So all the actions, all the CRUD operations are applicable. Wireframes, it would be according to the screenshots. it would be according to the steps. ठीक है? System audit log. ठीक है? What would be the time when I action the time of the action when the user performed or searched. ठीक है? Which is equal to 3:51 p.m. 18th November 5. ठीक है? Who was the user? Type of user is equal to guest customer. ठीक है? Activity search. Guest user type the words in the search field. ठीक है? Location is equal to the IP address or iOS or Android ID of the device. Let's say my Android ID is ID is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. ठीक है? So that is the system audit log. ठीक है? Guys, system audit log means कि my system, what is my system? My system is Amazon as a guest user. So Amazon is also keeping a track of my activity as a guest user, maybe as a registered user, maybe as a payment partner, maybe as a delivery or logistic partner. So Amazon knows, an administrator knows that Rohit has searched for sports shoes at 3:51 p.m. from Android mobile. Okay, and this is the activity search button for sports shoes. So Amazon is keeping a track of it. ठीक है, जिसको हम data mining or data storage बोलते हैं. So that Amazon, according to my preference, according to my time preference, Amazon can send me advertisements that this sports shoe is now available in 65% discount, 75% discount accordingly. Okay, so that's why there is a system audit log in the system. Okay, then comes varchar value. So search me, let's say 50 characters limit alphabetical numerals and special character and all. ठीक है, that means मैं 50 characters की लिमिट में यहाँ पे स्पेशल कैरेक्टर वर्ड्स अल्फाबेट्स नंबर्स ऐसे टाइप कर सकता हूँ. उसके बाद इट विल गिव मी अ फिगर दैट कैरेक्टर वैल्यू एक्सीडेड. ठीक है, और लेट्स से नॉट 50, let's say 500, or sometimes it is unlimited. ठीक है, let's save it. Then comes the acceptance criteria. Acceptance criteria, which is user interface and user experience, which is equal to user user should be able to enter the text in the search option or a field. ठीक है, user should be able enter be able to view all the product listings as per the typed text or preferences or genres. User should be able to click on the uh, preferred searched item. User should be able to view the searched items in the product description. User should be able to view the correct details of the required product in order to start the add to cart, then wish list, then add to cart wish list, and then payment, and then of course delivery. There could be more, there could be less, but these are those steps that you need to follow in order to ensure that you have covered each and every point in order to create the user story so that your developer, your tester, your designer would be able to understand. Okay, guys, did you get this point? Any question, any doubt, any ambiguity, any issues as of now?
No, sir.
Okay, guys, I would really appreciate. I have wrote down only one user story. Now try to imagine कि अभी within a half an hour I've created this user story. Story point estimation is 2. That means I am supposed to create 2 user stories in 8 hours. However, I have created one user story in half an hour. So that means 2 user stories in 1 hour. So now you will ask me this question, yeah, Rohit bhai, why not create 16 user stories? I can buy, try to understand. Only story or user story documentation is not my KPI and KRA, which is key performance indicators and key responsibility areas. Okay, I have to set up a meeting. I have to be the part of grooming session. I have to create test cases. I have to create regression packs. I have to connect with customer support and tech support. I have to connect with my product owner. I have to connect with my client. I have to check for the escalations. I have to check my outlook. Lot of other works. ठीक है, I could create more user stories. That depends upon the story point estimation. ठीक है, अब my manager said कि रोहित यार 2 बना दियो. I created 3. He's good. Next day he'll say create 4. Next day he'll say create 8. So accordingly, my work pressure would be loaded and swarmed. Okay. So that's how I have to estimate my work. That is why when my product owner gives me, a story or I'm sorry, a product backlog or sprint backlog. So I defined that I'll create 2 user stories or 3 user stories in a day or in a week. Okay, guys, did you get this point? Any question, any doubt, any ambiguity, any issues? Yes, guys. Any doubt, any ambiguity, any issues as of now?
No.
Okay. Right, guys,
No.
I will share this document to you, and I would really appreciate that if you can write down few more user stories with this format, with this understanding, so that you can also have an understanding in terms of user story documentation. Okay. All right, guys. Good to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be uploading this recording right away in the Google Drive and sharing this document to you so that you can create your own user stories according to the Zomato or maybe any other document. I'm sorry, any other product that you're looking. Let's say Uber, let's say Amazon, let's say Myntra, Flipkart, whichsoever. Okay. So thank you so much for your time, guys. Okay. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Stay safe and be safe. And I'll share this recording and document in some time to you. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.